$620 million. That was the reported size of Australia's vitamin and supplement manufacturing industry in 2018. With an industry of this magnitude, it is easy to see why nutrition-focused chains and general supermarkets are expanding their range of health-related supplements. But why are so many Australians investing in this industry? Particularly when a vast number of reported vitamin deficiencies can be resolved through dietary means. One of the most salient contributors to this exponential rise has been the dynamic and prolific marketing campaigns carried out by major companies such as Swisse. Through the employment of high-profile celebrity endorsements, Swisse now leads the industry in Australia, with its branded multivitamin securing a whopping 40% sale increase in the past 5 years. Clever marketing has always been a precursor for success in this industry, with many companies billing the capacity for the supplements to relieve general fatigue and increase mood. Swisse itself has attached itself to the byline that if you're tired or stressed, you'll feel better on Swisse. Through endorsing these broad and more holistic promises, companies have found that previously niche markets, for instance professional or aspiring athletes, have been expanded into a mainstream demographic. Now businesses are telling us that you need their vitamins, not as additional support for an extreme lifestyle, but as a functional part of daily life. A study conducted by the JAMA Internal Medicine Journal on users' views of dietary supplements found that 41% of respondents said they use supplements because of their potential to make you feel better. This response heavily outweighed more specific reasons, such as to control digestive issues and to lower cholesterol. Whilst it is clear that supplements and vitamins have a targeted capacity to improve and ameliorate certain deficiencies, supplementation otherwise can ultimately be superfluous. Gym-goers still account for a significant portion of supplement users in Australia, with protein supplements being purchased at the highest rate since this stat has been recorded. From protein bars to cookies to meals and to shakes, the glamorization of protein as a be-all and end-all in the sporting and bodybuilding worlds has led to mass consumption. It's not only protein, however, that is making waves in the market. Specific muscular and endurance supplements such as creatine, glutamine, and beta-alanine have become widely prescribed to rising professional athletes. Whilst the potential to increase energy, vitality, and elicit consistent performance is a huge incentive, health experts and dietitians are worried that an excessive reliance on supplement stacking, as it is referred to, can create separate issues such as the overloading of the liver and kidneys. To further investigate the effectiveness of supplementation, Alexander, graduate in health sciences at Macquarie University, provided us with some insight.
Hey Alex, what supplements or vitamins do you currently take?
I currently take no vitamins or supplements.
Why is that the case?
Because I think that these things would not help me in my day-to-day life, and I think that if I obsessed over them, it would only hinder me.
What physical activities do you currently undertake?
I currently do AFL umpiring and jogging.
Do you ever feel that these activities require extra assistance in the form of supplements?
Absolutely not. I think that if you're eating healthy, you could easily do these activities as long as you're physically capable.
Based on your knowledge and research, do you subscribe to the notion that supplements are useless or unnecessary if your diet is optimal?
Absolutely. I think that if you are having if you have an appropriate diet, that you're eating relatively healthy, and a dietitian has not told you that you should use these supplements, you should absolutely not self-diagnose and use these supplements and vitamins.
Do you think people are obsessed with the idea that supplements can provide a unique advantage and can bypass hard work?
Absolutely. I think that really the best thing you can do for your fitness is hard work, unless a dietitian has told you that it is necessary that you take a specific vitamin or supplement.
Do you believe that there is a culture of doping and supplement abuse in professional sport?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that a huge part of marketing, a huge part of this is marketing. I think that a lot of companies who sponsor these sports, who have very strong networks within these sports, push a culture upon the elite level athletes that they should abuse these substances.
Do you have any specific examples to back this up?
So some examples we could see in our day-to-day lives when you're sick and you have a cold. It's not actually necessarily a good idea to take vitamin C to get better. Some other examples are things like Adderall. Really, some people will abuse, not just elite athletes, but also elite athletes will abuse these, and it really will detriment their ability to perform well in these sports.
In your view, has the availability of more supplements and performance-enhancing drugs led people to push the legal boundaries?
Absolutely. I think that people push the legal boundaries all the time in elite, and I think that pretty common people can abuse these substances almost beyond the legal limit. I mean, quite clearly.
Protein supplements are without rival the most popular supplement on the market. Is there really such a deficiency, or are people being duped by the marketing?
Absolutely not. Not in the Western world, where we have a plethora of different foods that can fulfill your protein requirements on a day-to-day basis that vary for various different dietary requirements and all sorts of things. I think that absolutely people are abusing these.
Thanks, Alex, for your time today.
While 60% of Australians use some form of supplement, certain sports, especially at the elite level, invariably invite an even higher percentage of users. Football, also known as soccer, is renowned for its extremely strenuous nature, requiring a unique combination of strength, speed and stamina, both independently and simultaneously. The most popular supplements used includes fish oils to alleviate the joints and prevent muscle stiffness, creatine to optimize muscular capacity, and vitamin B supplements to strengthen the cardiovascular system. The burgeoning supplement market has strong investments in the game, with companies such as the aptly named Soccer Supplement devising pre- and post-match energy gels that are tailored to the demands of the game. Dietitians, whom are present at the vast majority of semi-professional and elite football clubs, also have significant influence in recommending and advocating for certain supplements. We investigated this further when we spoke to semi-professional player Kai Connor, a 19-year-old who recently received his first full-time contract in the National Premier League.
Hey Kai, what football club do you currently play for?
So I currently play for Manly United, which are in the NPL 1 in New South Wales Premier League.
How often do you train per week?
So I train 3 times per week with the team, and additionally do 2 sessions on my own and a game on the weekend.
Are these sessions trained at a high intensity?
2 out of 3 sessions is trained at a quite high intensity. Usually in the middle of the week we have a high intensity session, and mid to high intensity on a later in the week for the game.
Do you get given dietary plans or nutrition advice from coaches?
Yeah, so at the start of pre-season we get given a little bit of nutrition advice from a nutritionist, a sports nutritionist, just basically regarding some general things to eat before games and after games, and hydration and that kind of thing as well.
What supplements do you currently use?
So I use protein post-performance, usually protein shakes after trainings and games. That's pretty much.
What sort of benefit do you think this will provide you?
I think the idea of taking the protein shake is to help aid muscle recovery, and especially during gym sessions and harder sessions it can even increase muscle capacity.
Do you or any teammates take any pre-game supplements, for example pre-workouts?
So personally I don't take any pre-game supplements, but a lot of my teammates take pre-workout and other gels like pre-game gels which contain caffeine and that kind of supplementation.
In your opinion, is the marketing around the supplement industry, for example Swiss using professional athletes, effective?
So I think that the marketing around it is generally effective with their advertisements and their celebrity sports stars and that kind of thing, but I'm not quite sure whether the products are effective themselves.
Lastly, what recovery methods are used after games?
So So after games, each player has to take an ice bath for 10 minutes. And then additionally, the day after the game, we have light active recovery training session, which just involves light runs around the pitch and rolling and stretching just to get the juices flowing.
Thanks, Kai, for your time today.
For ethical reasons, Kai was unable to touch on his own experiences and perceptions of substances considered legally ambiguous. SARMs, as they are known as, are part of a murky underground industry, fueling the production of anabolic research chemicals that have the potential to provide endurance and muscular enhancements without the stigma and potential legal consequences of steroids. Australian swimmer Shayna Jack and rugby league player James Seguiaro were both recently caught with the SARM LGD 4033 in their systems. Although a positive for doping agencies in Australia, it remains to be seen whether testing can keep up with the ever-growing swathe of chemical concoctions that are making waves in the professional sporting landscape.